create this crazy 60 this. Because of that, there is going to be a big police, I mean like a really big police presence here. And I spent all day today pushing for that, talking to Scotland Yard, being like, you've got to protect us. I am really worried, and I'll be upfront with you guys, that I've seen it in other parts of the country where these people have wanted to provoke. So one of the reasons they've done all this is to get everybody on the streets and then be saying, oh, look what these people do. And it's particularly young Muslim men. They want to go, look, they're the troublemakers, not us. I want to fall into their trap. So I shared tonight that video to be clear what the police are saying to us is, look, let us do our job. If there's a lot of them there, and we're talking big numbers, we want to be able, not them, not the people who might come, but the police, like big police presence, because it's all around here, isn't it? And this is really tough area to police. Like, we want to be able to identify these people. We want to be able to see them straight away. Crazy things like people wearing masks, like, let's do our job. They are asking people to stay away from the area so they can find these people. I know that is a lot to ask, right? I get it. Colin and I, we spent years challenging with the police, trying to make sure they have good relationships with our community. I can only tell you that is their advice. I get where they're coming from, where they're like, look, if there's a lot of people around, that's going to make it easier for people to cause harm, isn't it? Because there's a cover of the crowd.
It's not so much about stay away, it's more about the local businesses that
Totally. And I've been asking some very practical questions. Also, like, I don't know what that means for going to the station, for example. I mean, I don't know about you, but I want my kids home through that around that time. So I don't have an answer on that right now.
And not listening to the housing early to us, so it's something around.
Yeah, and what I'm trying to do is be as honest with people as possible about the information and the intelligence that I've been given about this. And, you know, that's the only thing I can do. You're right, I am concerned. I know, I was talking to the refugee, I mean, like, this one is a friend of mine, and he's there borrowing wood from people to, because you know someone kicking his door, but borrowing wood, like, I can't tell you what to do. I can only share with you the information I have, and an absolute ironclad commitment. So if we catch anybody here, and there's anybody like down on a ton of bricks, I will be chasing them up as well. But as terms of local businesses, yes, absolutely. Like, I think it's important people understand that I can't tell you at this point in time no one's going to turn up. I can tell you that in the last couple of days, that list and the kind of antagonism, and yes, you're seeing it in other parts of the country, is a serious thing, right? And I want to be honest with you. I'm not going to bullshit you about this stuff. That's where we're at right now.
Are you also aware that there's going to be a big counter?
Well, that's what I mean. One of my things is like, absolutely, I want to show solidarity. I don't think it's enough to say, oh, no, I might like something. I need to show you the way out. The question for me is that the police are saying to us, actually, look, if these idiots have Googled random names, like, we want to find them, we want to know where they're going to be. Is that where we want to be to show solidarity? Because if that gets in the way of these people being apprehended, that kind of cover of the crowd thing, I don't know about you, but that's a problem. Yeah, totally. And I don't want people to feel like this is not their home. I'm just saying this, that's why I'm sharing with you what the police are saying. No, and I'm not saying they are at all. Let me be really clear about that. What I'm saying to you is from a practical policing perspective, that's their message. It's like, look, we need to be able to identify, we need people away from that area, and think about the geography of it. Like, that's a difficult area, isn't it? Does that mean that we can't show solidarity in other ways? Absolutely not. I mean,
and what ways do you suggest we show solidarity?
So I think this is the question. This is one of the reasons why I'm here tonight, because I come with information, right? I come with what I can tell you and what I can stack up right now. I'm never going to tell you what I can't be sure about. And now I come to ask for your help. Like, how do you think?
No, you said there's other ways that we can handle this and show support. Please suggest.
So I think there's an open question about whether we want to do something away from that area that is like, this is us, this is who we are.
Whoever the antagonist, whoever's turning up, are we not playing into their hand by saying, listen, we'll give you a free ride through our town?
No free ride. Let's be really clear about this. That's why I'm telling you, big police presence, really big.
Sorry, can I ask you a question?
Yes, of course you can. And hello, do you want to introduce yourself? Because it's a bit weird to film without saying hello.
Hi.
Hello, who are you?
That doesn't matter right now.
Yeah,
I don't want to
we can be polite to each other. This is Walthamstow.
You can call me Nikki.
All right, Nikki. Hello, lovely to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I have a question.
Yeah.
How do you describe these people that are coming here? What's the terminology that you
Racist,
use?
Islamophobic.
Okay.
I think there is a reasonable debate right now. I see what Neil Basu's been saying about is this terrorism, because this is going on, this is coordinated.
Sorry, okay, don't worry.
Yeah, sorry. This is why there have been several serious. You've heard Cobra.
So you acknowledge. I just want to
think this is coordinated.
You acknowledge this is anti-Islamic. We don't use the word Islamophobia.
Okay.
We use anti-Islamic. So you acknowledge this is anti-Islamic.
Yes, absolutely.
This is racist.
Yes.
This is anti-immigration.
Yes.
And do you also agree that politicians
in
in the media?
That list is where you can see they've chosen the word.
And do you also agree that politicians in the media have underplayed this and fed into the narrative? That's fine. Do you agree that politicians and those in charge and the police force
have been responsible, and I say that as one,
have been responsible for creating a narrative that, for example, pro-Palestinian supporters, there are hate marches, they have allowed two-tier policing.
Okay, no, two-tier policing is the phrase that
we're talking about 50 arrests of people on a thought crime, and now we're seeing people run rampant on the streets. Why have there not been more arrests?
I am really happy to unpack all of those things, but I say to you, one of the things these people are doing is using that kind of terminology and that kind of language, the idea that there's a two-tier process. I will brook to no one the problems within our political debates. I've been part of challenging that. I hope you've seen that. I hope you've seen me stand up. I do a lot of work on refugee rights. I do a lot of work on immigration. I've taken brickbats on that. I even talk about Brexit, for goodness sake. That is completely separate to the narratives and the argument that somehow the police are picking favours. Right? There are lots of challenges of how the police engage with people.
I mean, we have the Casey report. What did that say? The police are
institutionally misogynistic, homophobic, Islamophobic. There's racism problems. They're on their last standing. And again,
I'm saying that you are now asking the community to trust the same said police to protect this community.
Let me be really clear. I'm not asking people to do anything. I'm coming as their local MP to share information about what I know. Because you're all grown-ups, right?
But do you understand why the community feels that they need to protect each other and that we cannot rely on the police to do that effectively?
No, that's two separate questions, right? We all want to protect each other. I want to be really clear. It's not enough just to say, well, these people don't represent me. I want to show in word and deed who I am, who we are. That we have lots of different backgrounds, lots of different cultures here. We can all argue about Mini Holland. We can all argue about bin collection. We can, as a community, love living somewhere that's really diverse. That is separate from whether you think I can only come to you now with what I know the police response is going to be. You are all grown-ups. You will make your own mind up. But I want to tell you that having sat through those meetings today, having had conversations with people at a very senior level, it is a very strong police presence upon this for tomorrow night.
That's right.
Absolutely. If for any reason that doesn't materialise, you hold me accountable. I'm going to hold them accountable. I can only go on what they're telling me. But I am confident that they understand the concerns that we have about being targeted.
Yeah,
sure. And I want to hear that. Okay, and I
the local
hear
community,
that.
not just people here, but the whole local community is coming out. Many organisations, reputable organisations are also coming. So there is no way that information is being taken.
I am coming to share with you what I know, right? I'm also coming to listen. I am your MP. I'm not here to say, do this, don't do that. I'm here because you are grown-ups. Because I get this is not as simple. Like, if there was no police response at all, absolutely, I'll be there banging in the hammers myself. But there is going to be a police response. And the police are clear that things can be counterproductive to them actually doing what I hope we all agree we want to see, which is these people in the court sobbing their eyes out behind bars for a long time for this behaviour.
Sure.
Yeah? Hello, what's your name? name?
My name's
Kizzy. Let me meet you, Kizzy. Yeah.
So my main concern, our main concern,
Yeah.
because this is a repetitive thing that's happened,
Yeah.
decades after decades, yeah? So
I would question that, not because I don't think there's a problem, but because I do think there's two different things here. It's really important to be clear about them. So in 2012, what was then called the EDL applied for permission to march in Walthamstow. And I went to Scotland Yard and had the argument with them about it. They gave them permission to come here. This is not anything anybody sought permission for. So I just want to be clear, there's something different here and that nobody can actually reach. Like, we don't even know, you missed me earlier saying, there's no constant credibility as to whether or not the original list is anything more than somebody in the current environment trying to wind people up.
That's fine. If it is,
Now
we had a nice night out.
Well, the problem is now it's out there, and in the current climate, I can't discount for you that there won't be people who will be triggered by that. And that's what I want to be honest
as a
about.
community,
Yeah, sorry.
and as parents, is that, like last time, our women and children were attacked in the streets. Yeah?
And it's happening now as well.
Of course, absolutely. Yeah. But from experience, the police ain't there to police. They're there to support in a time like that. Yeah?
We've seen it.
Experience. We've grown.
And we've seen it at the Palestine protests as well.
I'm here to
Personal experiences. Now, we are always going to protect our women and children as a community. Regardless of who's policing us, we're going to police ourselves in their moments. Yeah? We're not threatening violence. We're not threatening anything like that, starting phrase or anything like that. But in response to them coming down and attacking our women and children, we're not going to stand by and watch.
Okay, and I understand because I came and I say tonight, I'm not here wagging my finger at you.
you're not.
I'm here to share with you.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you.
I wouldn't be here if I wasn't trying to understand.
100%.
But I am trying to make sure you also hear what the police
We've
are
heard
saying.
it loud and clear.
Nikki, can I just, because I appreciate, you won't hear what I say. The police are saying to us, their ability to apprehend, if people do turn up, we don't know. We just know we're in a horrible time right now in this country where there are people trying to stoke this stuff. If people turn up, their ability to identify, apprehend those people and hold them to account, and I mean big time hold them to account, is directly connected to what else is going on right now. So you are all grown-ups. You take that information, like I know, I've only just been able to share it. So I'm not, nobody is suggesting this is not acceptable. I go back to this is not a march, this is not a protest. Absolutely hold myself to account. Originally when I looked at it was activism.
That's what you said.
It's attached.
Extremism against a nation, a crime against humanity, which